Yo, what is going on, guys? And today I am bringing to you a budget build, and like my last DAYZ benchmark, I'm gonna just run you through the kind of settings that I'm running, because DAYZ can be quite problematic. However, I am very impressed with how stable this feels with the settings I'm running. Right now it's at 1080p. And the settings are reasonably high, and I am in cherno right now. I think it's cherno, so the cherno electro cherno, and I'm getting comfortably above 60 FPS, which, given the build that I'm running, which is the i5 3470 and a 1050 Ti, and only 8 gig of RAM, I'm actually amazed. This is so smooth. I mean, I've just done a benchmark on Fortnite with the same build, and that was horrendous. I was really surprised at how badly optimized Fortnite seems to have become with this latest season. I mean, my CPU was just constantly maxed out at 100%, and there was quite a lot of stutter. Whereas at the moment, this just seems to be the sweet spot. The settings I have right now for this build, I mean, we're kind of sitting in the high 80s, in probably the most laggy part of the map that you could be. I mean, you look at those figures. I mean, yeah, we're occasionally bouncing up. But that is very nice and fluid for the builds. Let's go somewhere. I'm going to just show you the settings that we're running. But yeah, we might play a little bit with the settings. We might even venture into 2K and see if that's even. Let's have a look what we got. I'm just so surprised. I didn't even think this would be viable. Let's have a look at the settings. So video, we got full screen, obviously, 1920 by 1080. VSync is enabled, which we possibly disable. So everything, we're on medium. Texture details extreme, high, extreme, disabled with the anti-aliasing. I mean, it's such a weird game, this, because I could lower the settings and probably not get any better performance. So we're medium, extreme, high, extreme. So let's drop these down, see if we can just knock everything down one setting, and let's see if it improves anything. Apply, there you go. Let's see if that actually makes it better, or possibly makes it worse, because this is DAYZ. I mean, the last benchmark I did was an RX 580 8 gig, which theoretically is a much better graphics card, and I don't think it ran, and that was with a Ryzen 2600, and I don't think that was as smooth as this, to be honest. This is bizarre. I'm really puzzled. See, that's just alleviated a bit of stress on the CPU, GPU. It's dropped it down maybe by 5 to 10%, changing those settings. But it's not really. Well, I guess it has improved the FPS. I'd have to rewatch. But this is totally playable. I never thought that a 1050 Ti with a Gen 3 i5 would be a playable experience. Let's find a zombie, shoot my guns, and see if I can get a bit of aggro off him. I don't know how much I've got in the way of bullets. See how that could affect anything. I'm just gonna stock up. If there are any zombies, that is. I'm just actually amazed at how good the performance is for this build. Somebody said to me, somebody had messaged me today and said, could you play DAYZ comfortably on a 1050 Ti? I would be like, nah, not really. I would say you're really wanting a... How many bullets have I got? I've got enough to... Yeah, let's... Okay, sometimes you get a bit of lag when you start firing your gun. Kind of want to get a few... Not a bad thing if a few zombies turn up. I just think this is definitely playable. Can one of these zombies have some food? That was the whole purpose. As well as showing you the... whether there was any stutter or lag there, but we kind of need some food. Do I have another clip? Okay. So we'll venture around a little bit. I mean, I'll bump it up to 2K in a minute. We'll see if that is just at all playable. Oh, that'd just be insane. I mean, we're not even getting into 16, you know, needing 16 gig of RAM. I'm actually just so surprised. So I'm trying to loot because I know my character needs stuff while I'm here. What's going on here then? We do need to find some food. Yeah, it's totally playable. I would not be put off playing on this. Obviously, if you can afford better, great. But if this is all you could afford, you've got a playable experience. Oh, we got some food. Okay. Might want to combine that. Fix it my gun a little bit. Let's switch it up to 2K and see options. Video. Let's dabble in the 2K and see what happens. Is this playable? Boom! Let's have a look. Okay, can we hit? Can we stick at that 60 FPS? Are you kidding me? Is this actually playable? When did DAYZ actually get some optimization? Yeah, I would say you could play this. I mean, it seems to be sitting comfortably at 60 FPS. For some reason, it seems to be capped there. I don't quite know why that is, but probably the monitor setup, I guess. As soon as I've whacked it to 2K, I guess NVIDIA Experience is capping it, which is not a bad thing, because it just is probably what you would need to do just to get the stability. Always good if you're getting stutter and it's bouncing around all over the place. Cap it at a sensible, and then you won't get the highs and lows. A lot of people don't seem to realise that. When I do a benchmark, people are like, why have you capped it? Put it unlimited, but then you get so much variation in FPS. Okay, we're dropping a little bit there. What's it? Is the C that's making it drop, or is it the foliage? Still, I mean, this is head and shoulders above what you would get off console. console is just horrendous. Can we jump? Can we climb? Slowly feeling myself back into maybe getting into playing a bit more DayZ again. Giving it quite a long break. It's generally what happens. You get bored, stop playing it. But I would not be afraid. I mean, given that I'm the CPU, this is... I always thought DayZ was more GPU intensive, CPU intensive. But this has looked like... I mean, this is handling it absolutely fine, the CPU. Does this point to that 580 really not being optimized for DayZ? Is that the AMD drivers possibly? That's why I generally don't do AMD cards. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get any worse frame rates in the country side. And we're going to call it, I think, quits about now, because when I do my next benchmark, we're going to want to, let's get that chicken, because I'm sure we can be doing with the extra bit of meat. So, yeah. That's that, guys. I mean, definitely playable at 1080p, even playable at 2K if you want to take a little bit hit on the FPS and have a more enjoyable experience. But from my perspective, that's definitely a very, very playable experience with a 1050 Ti and a i5 3470. Anyway, that's me done. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. If you really liked it, feel free to sub, because it really does help out the channel. And if you want to see any other benchmarks on any other games, let me know. Leave a comment and I will do my best to hook you up. Thanks for watching.